Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and Chag Sameach, a happy holiday to everyone. My name is Rabbi Stephen Serbu, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Temple Emeth in Teaneck, New Jersey, and here to the Rabbi Louis J. Siegel Sanctuary. Cantor Ellen Tillum and I are excited to lead you in an Erev Sukkot service this evening, and we have a lot of great things planned. We have a consecration service for a new religious school student. We have a Sukkot story, and we have a birthday blessing. It is the first Friday of the month of October, and so we will be offering a blessing for everyone in our congregation and everyone who's watching us with a birthday in the month of October. I hope that you have a copy of Mishkan Tefillah for Youth. We gave them out a few weeks ago when you came by for your high holiday prayer book. You could also get a copy of our youth prayer book. And so if you have a copy of the prayer book, you can follow along with the pages I will announce. And if not, we hope that you will listen and pay close attention. It's a wonderful service, even if you don't have the words in front of you. I mentioned a moment ago that we are going to celebrate the consecration of a new student, and her name is Avery Skiana, and she is at home with her family members, her parents Anthony and Lindsay, her sister Madeline, and her grandmother Karen, and they are going to join us on our live stream call right now because our service is going to open with the lighting of our Shabbat and festival candles, and the Skiana family is going to lead us in that blessing.
These festival candles remind us that light does not always come automatically into our lives. Sometimes we must be the source of light to ourselves and those around us. The Torah is also called the light because it can shine and bring hope to all who study its words. May the light of these candles bring hope and joy to all at this special time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, v'hadadner shel Shabbat v'shel.
Thank you. We're now going to sing the blessing together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.
Our service continues now on page 22. We begin the formal part of our prayer together as a community with the Baruch Hu. Please rise if you are able for the Baruch Hu.
Yay la 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 la. Yay la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Yay la 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 la. Yay la 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 la. Yay la 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 la. Yay la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam
continue now on page 29 of our Siddur as we read together in English. God, you gave us the Torah to show that you love us. May it always be a friend at our side. The Torah is our teacher. It tells us what is right and what is wrong. It shows us how to live good lives. Be with us always when we study Torah. Be with us always as we try to live good lives. We praise you, eternal God, who gave the Jewish people the Torah. It is your special gift to us. It is the gift of your love. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. We turn now to pages 34 and 35 in Mishkan Tefillah. They are yellow pages with a big blue shin, and these pages tell us that it is time to sing the Shema together.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue on page 37 as we read together in English. How do we love God? We love God when we do good deeds each day. Help us, O God, to show you our love in every way. How do we love God with all our hearts? We love God with all our hearts when we love other people. Help us, God, to respect everyone, to speak kind words, to listen well. How do we love God with all our minds? We love God with all our minds when we study Torah. Help us, God, to learn your Torah. How do we love God with all our strength? We love God when we share what we have. Helping others is the way we love God with all our strength. Help us, God, to be people who give tzedakah. Eternal, our God, we want to show you we love you through all our deeds. May our love make the world a better place, the kind of world you meant it to be when you created us.
Ya lai lai la lai la lai la lai la lai, ya lai la lai ya la 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 lai, ya lai la lai ya la 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 lai la lai, ai la lai ya lai la 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha netar b'kodesh, norati iloto seifele, norati hiloto seifele. Malachutecha ra'u vanecha, b'kei hayom lifnei Moshe, ze'ili anu ve'amru, ze'ili anu ve'amero. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar kivad Adonai et Yaakov, v'glomer chazak mimenu, baruch ata Adonai, ga'al Yisrael.
We take a moment at this time for Tfilat Halev, the chance to offer to God the prayer of our hearts. Inspirational readings for this time are found on pages 62 and 63. And after we've had a moment for Tfilat Halev, we'll join together in singing Oseh Shalom.
Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Amen.
One of the special rituals of the Festival of Sukkot, which begins this evening, is the shaking of the lulav and etrog. So the blessings for lulav and etrog are found in Mishkan Tefillah for Youth on page 138. And on the facing page, 139, we have a reading which helps explain the significance of the four species. I'm going to hold them so that you can see them watching us from home. And I'm going to read on page 139. Into this sanctuary we have brought the symbols of Sukkot, the lulav, this is the long one in the middle, with the palm that resembles the human spine, to remind us that we can stand straight with courage and integrity. May we serve God by standing up for justice, truth, and peace. The myrtle, this is the one with the smaller leaves, and they're a slightly brighter green. The myrtle, whose leaves are shaped like eyes that can behold the grandeur and beauty of the universe. May we serve God by looking with kindness at every human being. The willow, this is the other branch that has much longer, darker leaves. The willow of the brook, whose leaves are shaped like human lips. May these lips sing God's praises and bless God's children. And the etrog, shaped like the human heart. May we remember that love is the doorway through which we pass from selfishness to service, from loneliness to kinship with all the world. Spine and eyes and lips and heart come together as lulav and etrog. We wave them to the earth's four corners and toward heaven and earth. We are one with all the earth. So the ritual involves holding all four species together. The three branches are bound together in this wicker holder, but we hold them together with the etrog, and you shake them in all six directions, but first you hear the blessing. So the blessing is the same on every day of Sukkot, but on the first day, tonight, There's also the Shehechianu. So on page 138, the cantor will lead us in the blessings for the lulav and etrog.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kijanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al nitilat lulav. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazaman hazeh.
So we shake it in 6 directions, first in front of us, then to the right, then over your shoulder, then to the left, then up, and then down. And then my extra little tradition is to smell the etrog, which I took it out of the refrigerator a few hours ago, cantor, so it would have a more fragrant smell at room temperature. And so this is a tradition that we do each day of Sukkot, which begins today and continues through next Friday until sundown. Well, another Sukkot tradition is welcoming new students to our Temple Emeth religious school. It is a ceremony that we call consecration, and every consecration is made special with the words of our religious school director, Moradora Geld-Friedman. This is not going to work on the internet, but we're going to try it anyway. Help me out here, Cantor. Her real name is Moradora Geld-Friedman. Her real name is Dora Geld-Friedman. I already messed it up. However, we at Temple Emeth call her Moradora, the Torah Explorer. And I call now upon Moradora to offer some words of welcome to our new student.
Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. I am so honored to welcome you, Avery, and your parents, Lindsay and Anthony, and your sister Madeline, and your grandmother, to our Temple Emeth family, and to your consecration ceremony. Tonight, Avery, you will get a gift of Torah. Your teacher, Mora Marla, has already told me how much you love the stories and the words of Torah. And our school, as you may know already, is based on 3 important parts. 1, Torah. 2, tefillah, prayer. And 3, acts of loving kindness. And Avery, you are well on the way of this Jewish journey. I know you already love the words of Torah that are full of hope, courage. I know from Mora Marla that you love to say the brachot over the wine when you do a Shabbat ceremony in your class, that you love the brachot over anything that you learn that's new, like what you heard tonight. How beautiful are those blessings for the lulav and etrog, and you will get to know them better and better as you go on in our school. And you are a very special, warm, and kind human being, and so you are already very well on the way to performing acts of chesed, a very important word, acts of loving kindness. So I wish you the best blessing on your journey, on this Jewish journey, which will continue for the rest of your life. And I say, Mazal Tov and Amen.
Thank you, Moradora. I'd like to turn the camera back on in Avery's house because Avery received a little bit earlier this week a gift bag. Avery, do you have your gift bag that you got from the temple? There it is. Okay, so go ahead and rip it open. All right, you can just take the tissue paper out because, you know, we're Jewish. You might want to save that for later. And inside, well, I want you to show it to everybody first. You can tell us what's inside. Go ahead. Okay, great. Show it to the camera. Excellent. So in honor of beginning your Jewish education, you are receiving from Temple Emeth a beautiful miniature Torah. The idea is that the Torah is a lifelong pursuit, and so you should have a copy of the Torah that you can bring with you anywhere. You can keep it in your room. You can bring it with you when you go off to college. All right, that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but still. And so that is a reminder of the importance of Torah in every aspect of your life because you can bring that with you wherever you go. Now, hopefully you also got a certificate or two, so go ahead and you can show the bigger, fancier certificate, the one that the cantor and I signed. That's the one. Okay, that's the one. So hold that up and let us see that you are officially consecrated as a student. Oh, don't burn your house down, though. Officially consecrated as a student here at Temple Emeth. The other certificate, which you do not have to show us, but I'll tell you what it is a gift certificate toward your first summer at Camp Harlem. Camp Harlem is a summer camp connected with the Reform movement, as Temple Emeth is, and Camp Harlem is a place where a number of our students spend 4 weeks each summer, including my daughter, who has a great time there every summer. So we hope that Camp Harlem is in your future someday, and to help you get there, there is a $200 gift certificate good toward your first summer at Camp Harlem. So we wish you Mazel Tov, but this is also a special moment for your parents. And so your parents have a special reading. If others watching the service would like to follow along, the reading is found on page 170 of our prayer book in the middle of the page. And so I'd now like to call upon your parents to offer a reading for the gift of offering a Jewish education.
Eternal God, we give thanks for our children's increasing Jewish knowledge. As our children study our words of prayer and the stories of the Torah, may they embrace their lessons. May they always give thanks for their heritage and the values.
Mazel Tov. And so we are going to offer a special blessing of consecration. The cantor and I are going to stand at the open ark. I'm going to open the ark, and then we're going to stand 6 feet apart. And this is a blessing for you, Avery, so I hope you're watching closely. As I mentioned a moment ago, the blessing of Torah is a blessing that we hope you will carry with you for your whole life, wherever you go. And at this moment, as you begin the formal study of Torah here at the Temple Emeth Religious School, we hope that you will remember the lessons that your teachers teach you. We hope you will remember the vision that Moradora talked about. And we hope that you will also remember that Temple Emeth, though we can't be here physically right now, even at this moment, Temple Emeth is your spiritual home, and we look forward to the day when you will be in a classroom with your teacher and your classmates, when you will get to enter this sanctuary with us, and you will feel all the love of Temple Emeth as your spiritual home. In honor of this, the cantor and I have a special blessing to offer. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine down upon you, and may God be gracious to you. God's Spirit lift you up, and may God give you shalom, the gift of peace, now and always. And let us say, Amen. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
In honor of this special occasion, the cantor is now going to lead us in singing the song for all special occasions, the Shehechianu. It's at your podium.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Well, to help us celebrate the beginning of Sukkot, I would like to share a Sukkot story with you at this time. So I have a storybook called The Vanishing Gourds, a Sukkot mystery, next to me, and I'm going to read you the story. It's about a girl who needs to figure out where her missing gourds are. I mean, I guess you got that by the title. Okay, here we go. Page 1. Sarah jumped in a pile of golden leaves, while squirrels gathered acorns nearby. "Would you like to go to the farm today?" her mom called out the window. It was almost Sukkot, her favorite holiday. Sarah liked everything about Sukkot. She liked helping her dad build the sukkah. There she is holding a hammer. She liked baking pumpkin pies and eating in the sukkah with her family. But her favorite job was helping to decorate the sukkah with colorful gourds they bought each year. So here it looks like this is the box they bring in and out each year, labeled Sukkot stuff. But here are the gourds. They are new each year for Sukkot. Sarah and her mom drove past houses and stores and wide sunny fields until they reached the farm. Their first stop was the petting zoo. "Hello, Curly," Sarah greeted the littlest lamb. She watched chickens pecking at grain. She fed the goats some grass. Then they went over to the farm stand. There we go. "Look," Sarah exclaimed, pointing to tables overflowing with gourds. There were so many colors and shapes and sizes. Sarah chose 7 beautiful gourds, 3 green, 2 orange, 1 red, and 1 yellow. "This is my favorite," she told her mom, holding up an orange gourd. It was S-shaped, just like the first letter of her name. And there you can see on the side of the page, there's the S-shaped gourd. Okay, it looks like it's quite the balancing act to get an S-shaped gourd into a sukkah, but with a little help, Sarah is managing it. When they arrived home, Sarah's brother Avi helped her hang the gourds from the sukkah roof. Later that afternoon, when they went out to set the table in the sukkah, Sarah counted the gourds. 2 orange, 3 green, and 1 yellow. That made 6. What happened to the 7th gourd? She looked down. A gourd lay broken on the ground, its seeds scattered. "It must have been the wind," Avi explained. So there's the broken gourd. How sad. And now you can see there's the festival table getting ready. During dinner, they heard a rustling above them. Suddenly, 2 more gourds fell. Fava the cat raced through the sukkah and started playing with the fallen gourds. Sarah counted them. "There are only 4 left," she whimpered. After dinner, Avi and Sarah brought their sleeping bags into the sukkah. Soon they were fast asleep. Sarah awoke when it was still dark. She nudged Avi and whispered, "I see stars." "And I see more missing gourds," he said, looking up at the sukkah roof. Only 2 gourds were left, and Sarah's favorite one was gone. Just then they heard, "Munch, scrunch, munch." On the ground sat a squirrel, holding Sarah's favorite orange gourd in his tiny paws. "Hey, you!" Sarah yelled. "Stop!" But the squirrel ran up a tree. Sarah was angry. "Bad squirrel!" she yelled. "You ruined our beautiful sukkah." Sarah was still angry when she fell back to sleep. She dreamed that she chased the squirrel up the tree and demanded, "Give me back my gourd." She dreamed that when the squirrel came out of his hole with his family and apologized, "We're sorry to eat your gourds, Sarah, but we're very hungry. We'll bring you new ones next year." When the sun rose the next morning, Sarah awoke and remembered her dream. She smiled when she thought about the squirrels bringing her gourds and laughed when she imagined them shopping at the farm stand. She remembered that the squirrels had said they were hungry. She ran into the house and brought out a handful of nuts. She placed them carefully in the middle of the picnic table in the sukkah. And there you can see the image from her dream where the squirrel is at the farm stand with a little coin purse ready to buy some gourds. That's just in a dream. That can't really happen. The holiday ended, and Dad took down the sukkah. All through the fall and winter, Sarah made sure that the squirrels had enough to eat. Look, even Fava the cat is helping to take down the sukkah. It's a team family effort. A year passed. On the day before Sukkot, Sarah raked the leaves on the patch of grass where the sukkah would go. "When you're finished," Mom called from the house, "we'll go to buy gourds." All of a sudden, Sarah cried, "Come quick!" Mom, Dad, and Avi rushed outside. Sarah was hopping and jumping and pointing to the ground. There were 7 beautiful gourds growing in their yard, 3 yellow, 3 green, and 1 orange gourd, S-shaped, like the first letter of Sarah's name. The gourds had sprouted from the seeds left behind by the squirrels the year before. Sarah remembered her dream. The squirrels had brought her the gourds for the sukkah just as they had promised. She ran over to the tree and shouted, "Thank you, squirrels! Thank you for helping me to celebrate Sukkot." And that is the end of our Sukkot story entitled The Vanishing Gourds, a Sukkot Mystery. Well, on the first Friday of every month at our family service, we bless those who have birthdays in the month of October. And so if you have a birthday in the month of October and you are watching us on Facebook Live or on YouTube, be sure to identify yourself, say what day your birthday is. If you want, you can even say how old you're going to be on your birthday this month, because as you are doing that, the cantor and I are going to go to the Ark and offer you a birthday blessing. Please rise. Well, if you are celebrating a birthday in the month of October, on behalf of your Temple Emeth Family. I'll start again now that my microphone is on. If you are celebrating a birthday in the month of October, on behalf of your Temple Emeth family, I wish you happy birthday, and I wish you many blessings as you begin a new year of your life. We hope that it is a year filled with joy and health and happiness, and we hope that you are, at this time, experiencing a multitude of presents. Presents like the things that your friends and family will give to you, but also presents like the presence of love and the presence of God in your life. And so as you begin a new year, as you celebrate your birthday, Cantor Tillman and I would like to offer this blessing.
Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine down upon you, and may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's Spirit lift you up, and may God give you shalom, the gift of peace, now and always. And let us say,
Amen.
Well, we symbolically give you a lollipop in honor of your birthday. Keep track. When we're back in the building, you'll get your lollipop no matter what month of the year it is. This one happens to be a cotton candy flavored lollipop, so October people, think cotton candy. The cantor's going to go to her podium now. I'm going to close the ark, and she is going to sing for you the song that you would expect.
Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear everyone, happy birthday to you.
I didn't introduce our accompanist, Tom Mustachio, but he put quite a flair on Happy Birthday. Thank you, Tom. You may be seated. Actually, I changed my mind. Don't sit down because we're up to one of the prayers that we stand for. If you have your Mishkan Tefillah for Youth, I invite you to turn to page 130, and we rise for the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gdula liotzer bereshit, shelo asana kagoyei aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo samech elkeinu kahen, vigor aleinu kichol amonam, va'anachanu koreim, Umishtachadim umodim Livnei melech Malchei hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu V'nemar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai
As our service ends, we think about people whose lives have ended. Some of them we knew, and they were very special to us. We loved them, and we missed them very much. Others we did not know, but we honor them as well. This time, we remember those for whom we're in the Shloshim, 30-day period of mourning. Dana Salzman, a member of Temple Emeth and wife of Jay Salzman. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, remembered by the American people. And Carol Morris, cousin of Marion Wolfe. We remember as well those whose yahrzeits occurred this week. Naomi Berman, Ruth Mate Conford, Shirley Etson, Molly Farkas, Leon Fields, Jerry Fink, Morris Freed, Irma Goldberg Klein, Abraham Haber, Dorothy Haber, Jerome Haber, Matilda Handler, Jerome Klein, Samuel Klein, Mary Kopoloff, Nicholas Kunick, Michael H. Lieb, Anna Levenstein, Samuel Levin, Bertie Levy, Joseph Lieberman, Esther Loft, Harold Passfall, Sheila Pilchick, Warren Ringler, Justin Rolfe, Samuel Spahn, Peter Steiner, Fritz Stern, Marion Stern, Werner Stern, James Clinton Taylor, Reuben Weisbard, Rose Uyghur, and Pearl Winters. And we remember the names of 6 of the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust: Yudis Shvets of the Soviet Union, age 76, Ovsei Shvets of the Soviet Union, age 75, Elia Shichman of the Soviet Union, age 50, Fania Shichman of the Soviet Union, age 49, Esther Fagelson of Poland, age 53, and Hanoch Kotten of Poland, age 56. We remember them all. We take them into our hearts with our own as we turn now in Mishkan Tefillah for Youth to page 134, and we join together in the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach Yerutei v'amlich malchutei, B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala v'izman kariv imru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivorach Leolam Ulalmei Almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal Shemeid Kudsha B'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. It is my pleasure at this time to call upon Stephanie Stokes, a member of our Board of Trustees, to offer Shabbat greetings and announcements. And while Stephanie's coming to the Bima, I can remind you that you can wish your fellow worshipers Chag Sameach in the comments section of Facebook Live and YouTube. And you can also wish happy birthday to anyone who identified themselves as having a birthday. And you can wish Mazel Tov to Avery on her consecration. So while you're doing that, Stephanie's going to come up and share announcements.
Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach, everyone, and welcome to Temple Emeth streaming Shabbat service. Mazel Tov to Avery Siana on her consecration this evening. And as a little aside, I know what a special event this is for you because approximately 60 years ago, I was consecrated on the same bima and received a small Torah scroll as well. And then I was able to experience the same honor as a parent to my daughter Amy and my son Ken when they were consecrated on the same bima as well. So Mazel Tov. Tomorrow morning, our live stream collaborative festival service with Temple Sinai will begin on our live streaming platforms at 10:30 a.m. On Wednesday, October 7th at 7:30, the Viewpoints Committee will host 2 short films, Through the Window and The Love Letter. On Sunday, October 18th at 11 a.m., the annual Trachtenberg Lecture will be given by Zoom. Professor Mark Dollinger of San Francisco State University will speak on 1619, 1654, 2020, Jews, Race, and U.S. History. On Sunday, October 25th at 10:30 a.m., our Backyard Breakfast on Zoom will feature Marty Schneid speaking on the Lower East Side. Temple Emeth is trying to reach the goal of being 100% voting congregation. See Thursday's email to find and complete a virtual pledge form. Next week is Simchat Torah. If you have a photo of yourself holding the Torah, please send it to Barbara Balkin for inclusion in our virtual Hakafah. Details can be found in an email that went out on Friday. Finally, remember to keep the weekly email you receive Thursday in your inbox all week long. It has the login codes for all of the week's Zoom programming. Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova.
Thank you, Stephanie. If we were all together, we would now go to the sukkah for a blessing, but we couldn't build our sukkah and stay socially distanced, and you couldn't come to services and stay socially distanced, but we did ask the Cantor family, no, not the Cantors family, but the Cantor family, Jill and Barry Cantor, to bring their computer out to their sukkah, and so let's see if we can turn the camera on them. There they are. So there are our members, Jill and Barry, in the sukkah. So Jill and Barry, we have a little English paragraph for you to read, and then hold up your Kiddush cup and give us the first line of the Kiddush. And after you've done that, the cantor is going to sing the whole Kiddush for us. Yes, the festival Kiddush is found on page 155 and 156. The little reading that they're going to offer first is not in your book, though, so listen carefully. Okay, we're ready.
At this season, we acknowledge the many blessings which the earth gives us. We conclude the harvest before winter arrives and begin the cycle of life that will sustain us next year and beyond. We mark this beginning with sweetness that comes from grapes. The words we say thank God for all we have and remind us that we must share it with others. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei Peri Hagafen.
And now we turn to Cantor Tillam for the full Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol olam v'romem banu mikol lashon v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava Shabbatot limnucha umoadim l'simcha chagim uzmanim l'sason et yom ha-shabbat hazeh v'et yom chag ha-sukkot hazeh zman simchatenu mikra kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidoshta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat u'mo'adei kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon b'simcha u'v'sason hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mikadesh ha-shabbat v'Yisrael ve'hazmanim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechayanu v'kiyemanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Amen.
L'chaim.
Tovim.
Okay, Jill and Barry are back on the screen because there's a blessing only they can say. Well, anyone in a sukkah, but they're the only ones right now in a sukkah. So the blessing is the blessing for sitting or spending time in the sukkah. It is found, if you'd like to follow along, it's found in Mishkan Tefillah for Youth on page 140. And Jill and Barry, please lead us in the blessing for sitting in the sukkah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'shev b'sukkah.
Amen. Well, we have begun Sukkot just right. We've welcomed a student to our religious school. We've shaken the lulav and the etrog. We've recited Kiddush in a sukkah. We've heard a story. And now we get to celebrate God's goodness and the harvest for the next 7 days. It's not too late to wish someone a Chag Sameach or Shabbat Shalom on Facebook Live or on YouTube. And we look forward to seeing you at Torah study tomorrow morning at 9 on Zoom and at our collaborative service tomorrow morning live streaming at 10:30. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.